Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Hope you're having a great weekend. I skipped last week, had a lot of personal stuff and the holiday as well. This is New Year's Eve that I am recording this. It's Sunday, 2023. So, everybody, when they look at this in 175 years, will know what I'm talking about, or at least when it was done. So I hope everybody's got their New Year's resolutions and things in order, or whatever they're going to do, or how they're going to celebrate. Personally, I don't partake in a lot of that, but this year I thought I would make a couple personal goals at the very least. What I'm going to do is give you some life updates as well. Um, Things going on and what's to come. And, I keep promising things and probably not delivering as quickly as you guys think I should, but I've been working on shorts tremendously. And by the way, the episode about me being diagnosed with Parkinson's had somewhere in the neighborhood on one platform, I want to say just under 400 downloads, and the others, I'm not quite sure, but it was pretty dramatic. And I'm going to be naming this episode a life update on Parkinson's or something along that line. So I've been on medication now for 4 weeks, basically. And this is the hand that was mostly infected like a disease. That's a bunch of crap, but I guess it is the disease. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But at any rate, my hands, other than the arthritis, can't get them straight at this point in my life. I mean, I guess I can work on that, but I've had two of the best days I've had in years, physically, as far as my arm goes and my leg. I seem to be mostly inflicted on the left side. My hand's been really steady. No pain to speak of, which is a rarity. I've been dealing with pain like crazy. To be able to lay down and not have pain and not have to sit there and worry myself to death over getting comfortable is a godsend. I can't express that enough. It's tremendous. Oh, by the way, I am going to try to run this one into a half hour. I know I'm jumping around because I'm a scatterbrain and I don't write shit down like I should, but I thought I'd make an extra 15 minutes. I have the airtime purchased, so I may as well use it, right? Get it going before the end of the year hits and I got to start over again for this month. But at any rate, I went in and I don't typically take a nap. I go to bed pretty early, but I don't typically take a nap. And if I go in there, I just toss and turn. So I quit doing that. So I laid down a couple days ago to zero pain. Zero. I tell you what, I was so ecstatic. I threw my damn CPAP machine on because, this fat fucker needs to have something to breathe with at night or I'm going to croak on somebody. I fell asleep in a couple of minutes and got a best 2-hour nap I've had in eons. So I'm ecstatic about that. God bless me that day. The next thing is family current events. We had a great time with the grandkids. We didn't have them here at Christmas. They do their own thing. We did go over there for a while and saw all the activities and the madness. They were here yesterday for 90% of the day. My son came over very early, helped me cook a standing rib roast. Came out fabulous on the old Traeger. Beautifully cooked. Very good. I just can't say enough. I can't wait to make some steak sandwiches later today with that. My daughter, I hear nothing out of, or the grandkids, which is no surprise. We're in the middle of our family feud, you know what I mean? So at this point, they have some issues with abuse issues in terms of substance abuse and things of that nature. So I'm not even going to worry about it. That's their problems. I'm too old anymore to, you do what you do. You raise your kids and try to do the best for them. And if they can't figure it out, then I don't know what to do. But I'm very proud of my son and the year he's had with his new business. And I am proud of my daughter, too. Don't let anybody kid you. she takes things totally the wrong way and thinks things are not the way they are, not presented the way they are. But when you're dealing with a substance abuse, they don't see the world like anybody else, do they? So at any rate, I didn't realize that was that low down. I got my thing right here. Let's bring up the other camera and do a side by side. So I've got this camera over here, and we do this all the time. And I've worked on my lighting. That's my down shot. And it actually needs to go up a little bit. I need to maybe use a different lens. I need to look into that. But at any rate, I am going to be working on some knives this week. I've got the table completely cleaned up now, and everything's in order, and everything's doing great. Subscriptions, not subscriptions. I always say that wrong. What's it called? Let me put us back to full screen here. Sorry about that. Sinuses are bugging the crud out of me. Not subscriptions, subs. My subs on YouTube. Okay. When I started the summer, and I'm going to see if I can get this where I can put it somewhere to look at it on a graph or something, but I'm pretty certain I was in the neighborhood of about 38 or 34 subscribers at the beginning of last summer. So that's a while ago. Almost, so let's say May of last year, or will be last year here soon. Keep up on the mic. So let's say May 2023. 38, somewhere around there, 34, I don't know. And I got in about the mid 50s there for a little bit. And I was really hoping to get to 100. And it seemed like it was just a tremendous climb to get to 100. And I climbed just barely a couple. So I did some promotionals, and they helped dramatically. Of course, I can't do pew pew, and I can't do slicey because YouTube doesn't allow that on their, what's it called? When you're promoting it, they're not going to promote those kind of things. They're considered violent. So at any rate, I did some cooking video and some other stuff, and they had great response. Some of them I ran for about 10 days, and it's less money than you think. It's like $10. And it gets X amount of hits and premieres or shows, or however you want to say it. I'm not up on the terminology. But I get 50 or 60. So I'm like, dang, that's pretty good. So I'm in the 120 to 160 range, just guessing it later in that summer. And I keep cooking along, and, I've been handing out stickers. I've been handing out cards locally, and I've been really promoting it, really working on it. Well, toward the end of the summer, I was breaking 200, 300. Literally, I would say since fall. And I don't know exactly when it started really taking off, but let's just say in the last 2 weeks, I am now at 615 or 16. I don't remember. I get about 2 or 3 a day on average. Sometimes in a night, I'll get 15 or 20. And they always say, you got to break 100 videos, which I've done that already. You've got to be consistent and have stuff out there all the time. Well, my shorts do very well. My videos, some do great. I've got some that are in the 5,000 and 6,000 views, and I'm well into 2 million views overall. And, once I get to 100, there's certain things I could do with the platform. I don't think I'll be able to monetize at any point, simply because of the content that I'm producing. I'm going to be about guns, 2A, and that's like, woo! And I said the G word, and I probably won't be able to promote this one, but I'm going to try it anyway. And I've been put in YouTube jail twice for doing just that. I was able to do a kitchen knife, sharpening that on a promotional, no problem. But when I do a pocket knife or anything along those lines, forget it. They're done. Get her done. Yeah, well, they're done. So they give me a strike. So I got to be a good boy. So short of doing 2 channels, I'm not going to do that. It's too much work for me to segregate and do. So what my plan is just to continue doing the cooking, the knife mods, the knife reviews, the gun reviews, the gun stuff. I've got more stuff going that I'll be doing from the range. As long as I can get 4 or 5 years out of this hand where I can hold a pistol steady, I'm golden. And if God would let me do that, I'll be tickled pink. I have a small area on the side of my house that I'm going to do a video on. I've set up a small BB gun and airsoft gun target area. I haven't measured it. If I had to guess, I would say I can get about 16 or 20 feet away from the target, give or take. I'll measure it and let you guys know when I make a video. And I'm going to be doing one on 1911s, BB gun, airsoft, and real, and comparing the 3 because they're so much alike. And I'm curious to see just how alike they are in terms of measurements, weight, and so forth. So that's going to be one of the very next videos I do. But so we've covered family crap. We've covered disease crap. We've covered YouTube crap. We have talked about forward content. What do you guys want to see? 2024. I want you guys driving the channels. I want you guys telling me what you want to see. And you know, the other thing that comes with the influx of subscribers and views, I mean, some of my shorts are getting 3,000 views in a 24-hour period, which is for me unbelievable. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm not grabbing crap from places. Everybody does it. Everybody. But now if it's copywritten or there's anything along those lines that's even shady, I'm done with it. So I do grab some stuff off TikTok and different things, and I have recreated it, changed the music, moved stuff around, redone it. And I wouldn't take any of this off another source if it was copyrighted or individuals' projects. But I literally see these all over the place, and I just put my spin on it. There was one, Blue something was the guy's name, and somebody called me out about ripping off one of his videos, which I really didn't plan on doing or anything else. So he called me out and told me who they belonged to. So I went and saw that guy's page. Apologies to him for beginners. I took the video down immediately. That's the right thing to do. I deleted the comments from those 2 gentlemen because they weren't very pleasant either. And that's another thing with me. I don't care what you say to me. It really doesn't matter. But if it's crap, just pure crap, I'm deleting it. If it's mediocre and somewhat constructive, I'll leave it. But I'm not going to even address it. It's just not worth my time. So at any rate, my apologies to that gentleman. And I went to his place, and he is an entrepreneur. He started a game of some kind or something. He's got well over 1 million subs. And at any rate, off hands, you know what I'm saying? That's just, I'm an honest guy, and that's just the way I do things. Unfortunately, I got caught up with the views and having the attention of the channel being out there, and I screwed up. Simple as that. And nobody's asking me to make this apology or do it or twisted my arm or anything else. It's just the right thing to do. So we'll move on from there. So again, you know, what do you guys want to see? That's the thing. I'm really going to get heavier into the gun content because, like I said, I feel like I'm on borrowed time. So that's the goal this year more than anything else. And I really would enjoy having y'all's input and comments, negative or what otherwise. It doesn't matter to me. I just feel like you guys, you know, should be telling me what you want to see. And I'm not the most influential-ish type person, I guess. I guess my vocabulary is okay for a guy that can't hear. have enough of my own issues or whatever. And people do make some fun, but you know what? I'm just having a good time playing with the technology at my age, and doing all this is a big deal to me. So I'm stoked about it. And that's where I'm at with everything. And I'll just keep making it, and it'll be out there, and maybe my great grandkids or somebody will enjoy it at some point. It's more like a time capsule thing for me than anything else. Let's talk about some creators online that I follow and look up to, and that are really working hard to do things, and maybe a couple that I'm not as fond of, but I don't hate. Let's just leave it at that. What do y'all watch? What is it that you guys take interest in? And are you as diverse as I seem to be? Everybody says you need a niche. You need to either be doing this, or this. Well, I don't live my life that way. So my channel's not going to be that way. So if you're interested in one thing and don't want to watch the other, that's fine. If you're interested in all the things, that's even better. I'm here to try to give information and let people know things that I may know that they don't know. Does that make sense to any degree at all? We live this life as best we can, and I want to be fair more than anything else with any other individuals in this world that I deal with. And there are some pistols out there, as you guys well know. But the live stream I was just watching just now was Cole with Tri-State EDC. My goal is to do something live once a week, and I'm trying to find a niche or a notch to do it in, and I'm having a hard time picking. And I think I'm just going to have to break down and do it, because out of all the people I follow, there's somebody on just about all the time. And that's fine. And they've got their slots, and they've been around for a long time, and I don't want to step on anybody's feet. So I'm just going to try to avoid that at all possibility. But I'm thinking Sunday morning may not be too bad, simply because, well, that's range day. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'll figure it out. It may be a weeknight that nobody's on. It may be a half hour before somebody comes on. I know Keith, Fast Knives, is on, I think, Monday. We like shooting, which I can't compete with them anyway, so they wouldn't even know that I'm alive. And Tuesday night is Cole's back on with his live stream for 3, and I'm not doing 3 hours, guys. At least I don't think I am. I'm more like a half hour to, if I get an hour and some interaction with people, I'll be here. But as it stands right now, no. I'm struggling to get this 30 minutes in, and I'm thinking it's going to be more like 20 or 25, because we're at 19 right now. And I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing my fat ass talk. So we're going to move on from there. Another person I watch is Ava Fennell. I don't watch her. I listen to her podcast. I think her podcast is very good and informative. I think her as a gun person, quote unquote, and an instructor, it's wrong of me to make an opinion of somebody I don't even know, but looking at her content in that vein, her shorts and her interactions with guns and so forth, not the person to be teaching people guns. Her eyelashes are longer than my nails, or half my finger. I mean, they're like big old spiders sitting up there. She wears a gob of makeup. She's a fit young lady, to say the least. But gun oriented, no. I want a butch girl, short hair, whatever, somebody that's going to, run and gun. And I've done a fair amount of that, so I know what to look for in terms of that. Just kick the cord, guys. Hope I didn't unplug anything. That'd be shitty, wouldn't it? I don't think I did. But at any rate, she's too foo-foo. And I'm not saying that she can't teach anybody. I'm sure she has all the right answers. I'm sure she knows exactly what to tell anybody by the book. But experience, I'm going to say a big fat 0. Because when I watch her shoot, I look at her and go, really? Just saying. Guy that really knows his stuff is Sean Harris with We Like Shooting. I like him a lot. He does some of the best reviews you'll ever find, and he has a supplemental channel he does the reviews on. You can go to his page and find out We Like Shooting. I can't remember the name of it, but his reviews are over the top good. I mean, great. You compare him to the Gun Collective, I think it is, with John Patton, I think his name is, night and day. I mean, Patton does a decent job. He's great in front of the camera, but his gun review is bottom of the barrel compared to Sean's and a lot of others. I started watching Kentucky Ballistics, I think is the name of that guy's channel. Excuse me again. I'm sorry. Oh my God. His stuff is unbelievable. And he's the guy that blew himself up with a 50 cal. Like I said, unbelievable, worth watching. Absolutely fantastic. I do follow the podcast Gun Talk. And what is that guy's name? Tom. I can't remember his last name, but his son and them have put together a range in Louisiana and have some other shows. Just go look for Gun Talk, and you can find everything about those guys out. They're good content, consistent, out every week. There's another group I watch called Gun and Gear Review. I don't watch them. I actually listen to their podcast via a device. They're actually pretty good. And knife guys, they're all decent. I'd say Tri-State puts the most effort in his, and he was ragging on StreamYard. Dude, what the fuck? StreamYard's absolutely great. You're talking about camera quality and everything else. I think this is, my mug is ugly, but damn, I think we got some good quality video going on here, without a doubt. So I'm pretty excited about StreamYard. I've been using it since the get-go. I took a long time to figure out what I was going to use, and this one filled the bill. I mean, there's nothing I can't do with this. I do all my recordings on here now, especially anything over the top or anything like that. So at any rate, what else is there? Who else? Anyway, you got Lefty EDC, just down to earth, mat on the table, throws it out there. Probably doesn't even edit. Cole probably does the most production, needs trying. His stuff, he's still kind of hokey in what he's doing, and I'm sure mine is to some degree as well. We're all just trying. Fast Knives, I mentioned. Duty's Knife or something like that. I don't know what it is. There's a JED or something, EDC or something. The Minimalist, he's got good camera setup and content. His shorts are unbelievable. There's just a lot of good people to watch. And what's funny to me is I generally try, when I do see a new subscriber and it allows me to see who they are, I go and look at their page and see if they're a creator or if they're just a watcher. And for the most part, they're watchers. And the other thing is I'm starting to dive into the analytics a little bit, and I'm learning. Well, I'm not learning anything. I'm an idiot when it comes to all that. But what I'm seeing is a better term. 90% of the views are not from your subs. And I'm not sure why that is. I just don't understand that. If I take the time to put you on my list every night, instead of watching TV now, I watch YouTube. And I go through my subs, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, whoever's I'm watching. And it's a range of stuff. It's just like me watching myself, except for I had to do it on multiple channels. Although I will say Lefty dabbles in all kind of crap. But, I watch a cooking one. I watch a knife one. I watch a gun one. Demolition Ranch is another big one that I watched. Of course, that guy's millionaire off his channel. What's the other one called? MC. Metal Complex, I think, or something like that. Apparently, he's doing quite well from YouTube. And my goal is not to make a living on YouTube. It's just to play around and get to use the technology and hang out with you guys, get to know some people in the community. I've reached out to some of these creators. Some have blown me off. Some have been very kind. And I'm just trying to make a niche for myself. I've wasted enough of y'all's time today. I don't know how many of y'all made it this far in the podcast. I'm sure I've bored you to tears. If not, please subscribe. Please like. Do whatever you can do to help me out, grow the channel a little bit more. It would be appreciated. And you guys know that. Again, everything that you could find me on possibly is What Dugan Thinks. Instagram, I try to do photographs. I'm working on that. And I don't do anything so much on Facebook. I got banned there from Life for doing a video of a gun tournament, bench rest rifle. Only thing I've ever posted about guns. Bye. See ya. No warning, no nothing else. Banned for life. So, that's just not even right. If you're going to have a media platform, it needs to be open to anything. But again, these are private individuals that own these companies, so I get that too. I bored you enough. I'll get out of y'all's hair today. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. Be safe, and we'll catch you next year.